Hello, good people of the internet. The drama of Helldivers 2 still continues. We got interesting news about the situation. The situation is still developing. Apparently, Arrowhead Studios, they also didn't know that Sony would react in such a way. They were also very surprised by this linking into PS Network. And they claim that it's also something they are not okay with. Well, obviously we have no way of knowing if that's true or not, but that is the studio's position. Another thing that we know right now is that apparently quality of some community managers of Arrowhead Studio is debatable. It's quite easy to have that job when everything is nice, quiet, calm and peachy, but when poo-poo hits the fan, it's a little bit different, and some of these people, they just couldn't handle the stress. Some of them even deleted their Twitter accounts. Last but not least, there are some unconfirmed rumors, true but quite believable in my humble opinion, that the developers of Helldivers 2, Arrowhead Studios, I think they are going to do practically the only thing that might save the franchise and might save the game. They are going to side with players, which, as I say, is the smartest thing they could do in this particular situation. They have to go against Sony if they want to regain player-based trust. So we know a bit more than we knew yesterday. So let's talk about this, and for all of you who still haven't subscribed, please subscribe, drop a like, leave a comment if you want to, and let's get started. We all know how it started. This is a little bit of old news right now, because it happened in Friday, and basically the major order happened that told everyone that due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirements for Steam accounts to a PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. Apparently that was a fine print, but well, not many players paid attention to it. That grace period is now over. Fill out a PSN form now for bureaucracy. Well, personally, I think it's not for bureaucracy, but for corporate overlords. Because, like I said, Arrowhead Studios didn't really want this. That's something Sony, as publisher, forced on them. Helldivers 2 was considered an example of how game developers should be always treating their customer base. So, after, like I said, poo-poo hit the fan, the drama started. And of course, Twitter went livid and gamers started flooding the Twitter feed. Some of these tweets were really interesting, and CEO of Arrowhead Games started responding. Arrowhead Studios, I'm sorry. There it is. First of all, it's Sony's decision, not ours. Secondly, we don't have all the details about the region-related issues yet. We're chasing Sony to get more info. That's what I said in previous video, by the way. Some of the players are located in countries that cannot even register such PS Network, because such PS Network is unavailable at that country, and right now Studio is working with Sony on this, apparently. And we have the Actman's answer that Sony is insane. Arrowhead weren't even given details on how this new update for Helldivers 2 would work with regions that can't make a PSN account. How do you screw up this bad, Sony? Yeah. So right now, as you see, we have the blame shift into the not developer but publisher Sony, and I personally believe it's a right move, because I don't really blame Arrowhead for all this. Community managers, they really started earning their wages because they responded almost immediately, but many of them, they weren't exactly very friendly towards customer base. And believe me, I have been working in customer service for many years now. You just do not attack your own customer base. This is something, even if you are not guilty one, you just don't do it, because you will lose people who pay money for your products or services. It's as simple as that. So anyway, this is Spitz. I think he is the senior community manager, one of the most important ones. And you cannot see that on the right, but someone reminded also one of his previous posts that I thought you were refunding and leaving. Ironically, he wrote that. You should never do stuff like this, because if you start throwing this kind of stuff in customers' faces, guess what? They will refund and leave. And by the way, Steam right now allows this kind of stuff. This is absolutely the hottest news. Some people already tried refunding the game, and it is possible. Some people just wrote that Sony changed the terms of agreement after I bought the game, which is in my opinion illegal. I want my refund, and Steam agreed to that. So yeah, players are doing that. Spitz also wrote in quite a patronizing tone, "It's not like this is the first or even the 14th mainstream game to require a third-party account that takes a couple minutes to create, but if it's a deal breaker to have to take 120 seconds out of your day to enter an email and password, and then forget about this, change your Steam review and make your displeasure known on a platform where it matters." Yeah, maybe it does take only 120 seconds, but this is making something mandatory that doesn't have to be mandatory. Also, mainstream game on PC requiring being signed up to PlayStation Network, I don't think I've heard about something like this previously. This is why players are really angry about this, not because it takes so much time to register or something like this. Look, let's even assume that I will not be getting thousands of emails with spam promoting PS Network games or whatever, but it's just something that previously wasn't required, now it is, and it forces me to do something I might simply not be interested in. And yes, if I'm not interested in that, I might get a refund, but is it a good strategy for the game developer right now? Well, in his defense, Spitz later apologized that he was completely unaware how many countries didn't have the ability to make a PSN account when he made a statement about that. He regrets implying that it was easy for everyone to just sign up and not have to worry about that. And it's absolutely not our intention to force people to break Sony TOS or just not play a game if they are in a restricted region. There needs to be a better solution. Of course there needs. In my humble opinion, the better solution would be for Sony to absolutely retract that decision, make it optional, not mandatory, not forced. And, as it was to be expected, people have reacted to all this in a nuclear way. The internet is already full of memes, some of them are really funny. And now, let's talk about the Steam page, because the Steam page was review bombed into oblivion. This is more or less how Steam page of Helldivers 2 looks like right now. As you can see, mostly negative reviews and 123,000 reviews in last 2 days. This is amazing coordination of player base. And I still remember this very same page a couple days ago, overwhelmingly positive, has changed into mixed. However, we have received an update, and apparently Arrowhead Studios are going to side with players, with their customer base on this. Now, that is very interesting. Listen to this. This led to mass outrage by the community as well as review bombing as players expressed their frustration. While this might seem like a childish way to handle things, it's not childish, it's the way customers react to something they don't like. It's a common tactic that often gets the point across to publishers, and even the Helldivers 2 developers, Arrowhead Game Studios, are encouraging it. So they are not against those bad reviews, they want them to happen. Spitz, the associate community manager for Helldivers 2, took to the game's Discord server to encourage players to leave negative reviews and request refunds for them. While this might sound like an unusual request from a member of the creators, they say it will help give the studio more pull and leverage when dealing with Sony and trying to get this issue resolved. In my opinion, that is the best strategy they may take in this particular situation. In a series of posts, Spitz told the community that they want people to make their displeasure known in a place where it might actually make a difference. Steam reviews and refund requests will do that. Angry posting in the Discord won't. Yeah, Discord doesn't do much. I'm not happy about this decision either. End quote. Alright. Well, to sum it up. Personally, I'm not going to ask for a refund yet. I'm going to wait because we still don't have any official news from Sony themselves. We'll see how things will unfold. Helldivers 2 is a really good and entertaining game, and it will be, well, kinda sad if it gets destroyed by corporate stupidity. So, let us wait, let's see what's going to happen. See you next time. Cheers. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe, drop a like and press the notification bell so you won't miss anything I upload. And if you didn't enjoy this, well, subscribe anyway. At least you will know when there is a new video to actively hate.